Do you feel that, chat? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? That's the feeling, that's the sound of my foot pedal. Oh, guacamole, it finally arrived, or rather, I refunded the one that didn't fucking arrive, and got a different one from a different place, and it arrived just the other day, and it came with a CD containing software to be used to, you know, set it up and like change the key mapping. But the software only works on Windows and Mac, so I have had to spend, well, it wasn't that long. It was like a grand total of like 40 minutes or so, maybe 45, trying to find a program or a tutorial or something online to help me set this thing up, because this is really funny. By default, when I just connected the pedal and I pressed it, it would input the letter B, which I know now is because by default there's like 3 different pedal inputs, I guess, that the computer expects to receive from the pedal, even though this specific piece of hardware is only one button. And the 3 different inputs of, you know, pedal 1, pedal 2, and pedal 3 were mapped by default to A, B, and C, respectively. But I eventually got it working. It was really fun. The last problem I had, because I was running oh god. I like copy pasted some code from GitHub into my terminal, right? And then I tried to run the program that was installed, and it didn't work. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And specifically the message that it said was, cannot find foot switch with one of the supported VID PID. So, what do those stand? Oh, vendor ID and product ID, right? So I checked the list of supported IDs and cross-checked that with the ideas of this foot pedal. It's like, well, it just should be supported. It's on the list. So then the second line of the error message is, check that the device is connected and that you have the correct permissions to access it. So I'm like, well, it sure is connected. And it took me a bunch of trial and error to figure out that the problem was that I wasn't running the command with root permissions. So I just didn't have the permission in that moment. So I just, you know, did that. And then it worked, and it worked perfectly, and I was able to remap it. And the reason that I had to remap it, you might say, you know, all of this is unnecessary. That's what I thought. I wanted to just map charge to B, and it would have worked. Hello, Borg. Nice to see you. I did just map charge to B, right? And then map charge swap to the button that I usually use to charge. And then I went into battle to test it out, and I had a problem where any time that I pressed the pedal, it froze my monitor briefly. And it was fun. It wasn't the game freezing. It wasn't Proton freezing or anything like that. It was actually just my image on my computer briefly freezing. So I started a recording to see if the freeze would show up on recording, and it didn't. So I was kind of ready to just play through the freeze, which would have been cursed. But if you recall, if you were there, you know, must have been there. When I was first setting up the Spark Thorns macro, I had a similar problem where, for some reason, just injecting or, you know, simulating a key press on the keyboard led to these big lag spikes when I was simultaneously trying to press actual keys. And the solution with the Spark Thorns macro was to use mouse input for focus, because right click is hard coded to focus. And that solved the problem. So I basically did the same thing here, but with left click instead of right, because that's hard coded to charge. Voidwings doesn't have a Linux image. I mean, it's GameMaker. GameMaker just doesn't do that. And like, it's not really a problem since Steam Play is very easy to use and enabled by default. Like, as far as I'm aware, GameMaker doesn't do Linux. I mean, I've not seen a GameMaker game, at least, that natively supported Linux. And I feel like that is something that has to be baked into GameMaker in order for Void to be able to do it. You know, I'm not really a computer person. I don't know coding, but that seems like something that's more so based on the engine than the individual game. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's actually try and get into the fight. Now, the fun thing is I did, you know, briefly test this, like I said. And I figured out that I'm actually garbage at playing the fight. I haven't said which fight we're doing. If you've been paying attention, you should already know. Oh God. Do I remember my math? I think I do. I'm just gonna trust that I remember the math. Looks like GameMaker can only export a Linux build on Linux. Huh. I didn't know that. Ultra quick play. Shy Scrambler. That's the one. And oh fuck, there is one thing that I wanted to calculate real quick, but forgot to do. I've figured out all the numbers before, but the thing is I did all this math like 2 months ago and then proceeded to order the foot pedal after devising this beautiful plan for how to get the extra sublime. And then it didn't arrive, so you can see the problem. Anyway, let me just... what's the ideal amounts? Database says 14 small mods. So 14 times 210 plus... Wait, no. No, it's 28 small maws, of course. And 14 large maws, which have 526 sphere. And 3 chargers, which have 1263. And that... Okay, that is above the total. Imagining a game dev that releases Windows builds a full week after Linux. Amazing. One second. Wait, it has to be 29 mods? Right. Okay. So that's what my math was. It's 29 small maws, 13 large maws and the 3 chargers, and then the setup for the final maw. I can probably track that, right? It should be easy, right? Should be easy to get the end of the fight to work. Oh god. Now I'm doubting myself. No, it's gonna work. See, the thing that I'm more worried about is that the start of the fight is actually not simple at all. And by the start, I mean like almost the entire fight, even before Scrambler spawns. So that's fun. Let me quickly check if I have anything to improve here. I mean, technically you could do something else than 2 double times. But I decided against using Sine Wave because it makes the charge shots not hit at the same time, which can lead to extra burning ticks. So I elected not to use that. Can't get any more move speed. Yeah, no, I cooked with this build, unfortunately. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Don't expect anything out of this, by the way. I don't think I'll be able to do this tonight. I think that is exceedingly unlikely. But I gotta start grinding eventually. So yeah, that's what's not supposed to happen. So the idea, well, is not that. It's not that either. Can that one like... Wait, I was gonna check... I was gonna practice my charge timing because I need to fire 2 volleys of regular shots at it's like that. Need to fire 2 volleys of regular shots at the chargers, and I'm controlling the charge with my foot. Ah, that missed! Wait, what? Oh, I got hit. Right, right. Can't get hit. Can't get hit. Did I just hit the charger again with that? Ah, shit. That might have been too fast. I don't know if that... Oh, and there's... right. So here's the other problem of this fight. There's this girl with a big butt who spawns and tries to block your shots. Yep. No, I didn't want to hit that. Mother. So, to some degree, this is some Kyonoto RNG. But much like Kyonoto, it is possible to play around to a degree. So that's cool. No. See, if that happens, I'm just kind of fucked. I could have shot at that one, actually. And maybe saved that. Technically, it is legal to let spawns escape. We do have Big Sister, and we need Big Sister. Which, oh god, it's so funny. The end of this fight is gonna be so great, and so beautiful, and so incredible, like incredibly bad. Oh, I could maybe. So if I hit a large maw with just the second half of a charge shot, I can maybe save it if I can get like really close. Because I would need to hit it with another half of a full charge, so just like the first volley of 3. And that might be possible if you do it from like the side. Ah, how did that... No! So, the idea is that the small maws get one shot by the first part of a charge. And when I say the first part, I mean the first volley of 3. Like pile of hearts. We have pile of hearts, so we shoot 3 bullets, and the first volley of 3 is half of the damage of the charge. See, the thing is, this is unsafe, right? With the 2 maws here. You might say, okay, just shoot the charge shot, right? And then the first volley is gonna one-shot the first one, and then the other 2 volleys combine for just as much damage. The problem is, between the second and the third volley hitting, the maw could take a burning tick. And we don't want that to happen. It's fun. The thing that actually caused me to investigate whether this fight might be possible, because I've looked at it in the past, to some amount. Why did I... But the thing that made me go back and try again was the introduction of the elemental burn. Because I was like, ooh, that's another like set of increments, I guess, that we can use to turn into exact kills. And mathematically, it does work now, unless I made more mistakes in my math. But theoretically this works, it's just... it's kind of like Kyonoto. But Kyonoto was way harder to actually dodge, so it's like a much easier version of Kyonoto. But it is still a version of Kyonoto with more specific strategies. Because like, yeah, we have the charge one shot on the small Maws. And then the large Maws are much easier because we just use a full charge with no regular bullets, which is the reason I need this foot pedal, so that I can always be holding charge and use the A-B charge swap to fire a charge shot without firing regular shots. But then I need the regular shots again for the chargers. Because the chargers need a full charge and 2 volleys. How does that happen? 2 volleys of 3, right? Plus burning health. Obviously the large Maws also need burning health. Why did that have to spawn right there? The start's like the hardest part because you're immobile at the very beginning while the small Maws start spawning. Whereas once you kind of get the first situation under control, you can play fast enough that the Maws... Like, you can destroy the Maws so quickly after they spawn that nothing else has a chance of spawning. I accidentally hit the charger with another shot, that sucked. One fun thing about this fight is that if I double swap too fast, it doesn't actually fire a charge due to the timing adjustment, I'm gonna call it. Yeah, let's see right there. So I can't double tap too fast. You have to actually hit the chargers correctly. So yeah, this will be what I'm doing for the next, like, week or so. Okay. No! I did briefly practice moving around Scrambler after she spawns, you know, way long ago, before this build really came together. I did it with added move speed, because it's kind of required. It's like not strictly required, but it's basically required. And we do have extra move speed from the 2 double times, so like, it's not hopeless. It is possible to kind of sling her around by moving in kind of a large circle. Anyway, how long did Kyonoto take again? I was about to say at least this fight doesn't have a phase 2 to worry about, but I guess that's a lie. It really does have a phase 2 to worry about, it's just incomparable to Kyonoto. Oh, nice. No, I can't get the small maw. Yeah, like I said, similar to Kyonoto, there is so much counterplay to the problem of the parts spawning behind one another. Ah! I can't get hit, by the way. We have... like, we have Big Sister, and we have Body Glyph, of all things. So we don't die for getting hit. We don't even lose combo. However... problem is... that we can't do that yet. We need to get hit at the correct time. And the start of the fight is not the correct time. I'm not going to elaborate either, because this build is very stupid. No, I didn't want you to spawn down there. Oh. How did you get hit? No! I heard that. You can hear when the burn shots hit something. Yeah. How did that one hit? No, did I hit that one? Oh, it didn't. It did hit that one though. Ow. It's bad. Can't let that happen. The burning health deals too much overkill. Which is a silly thing to say, but it's true. I wonder how far off screen the parts spawn. It looks like they spawn really far off screen. There's like very limited time to shoot them before shoot the previous ones. Ow! That was almost good. This fight's pretty interesting, because the main problem are the small maws. Both the large maws and chargers are really easy to deal with because you gotta hit them with all your bullets, right? I think that one got hit. Problem with the small maws is that stuff gets left over. Oh, why do I move into bullets? Why would I do this? Oh, fuck. I gotta also get better at shooting without focusing. Because moving fast is extremely important. And I'm so used to always being in focus. It still wasn't fast enough. I should check the math on how bad other like combinations are. Like how much damage half a charge is, and how that adds up with burning health, and if that can work against big maws. Should I check that right now? Yes, I should. Got... Well, there's no percentage-based stuff aside from Pebble. So... It's the charge with 8.8 damage. Eight point eight times 3. And the heart rate is, oh god, what's the heart rate again? Right, this is that build, isn't it? So it's 7.5 plus 1.2 times 0.6 plus what was it? 2 double times. And then that times 1.2 and times the weakness, which is a 4, divided by 2, and then the burning health was, I think 1/50th of the Maw HP. 1 second. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Okay. Revelation. I should have done this math before. So I absolutely can shoot a large maw with half a charge. That's huge. That means that having a large maw right behind a small maw is completely fine. And in fact, this is crazy, it is slightly more efficient. It deals half as much overkill as hitting the full charge. Which, to be fair, it's half of very little. In fact, how much is the overkill? With the full charge, overkill for one large maw is 0.84. But that's pretty good. That is very good information, actually. Okay. My confidence is increasing. Little Beepo's confidence is increasing. Little Beepo's confidence is increasing. I I have genuinely never been this like gleeful about anything in Ultra Quick. I can do this! I can do this and it's good. Oh, that's so good. This fight is just so beautifully cursed, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get out. See if I care. Oh, what is this? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The two small maws back to back, right. Ah. Oh, I should have shot the small maw. No, come on. Damn it. I double swapped too fast. Yeah? Okay. Damn it. Nice. Nah, come on. Shoot the shot. The thing is, it's not even important to swap back quickly. I just need to swap back before the next charge shot fires. No! What? How did you take damage? You weren't even born yet. It's bad. What? How did that one get hit prematurely? I gotta say, it makes me very happy that I'm not relying on any macros for this. Because there's like a philosophical discussion to be had about using macros to reach a high score in a game, right? Yeah, what I'm trying to say is I'm surprised I didn't get cancelled for my Molten Viral upload. one of those hit the charger. Some part of those hit that maw as well. Nope. I'm gonna try to focus less. I really need to make a concerted effort not to focus. Oh my god, why did they... I'm getting terrible spawns now. The one problem with destroying the chargers this way is that it actually takes really long for them to take enough damage from the burn to get destroyed. Q, do you have mouse keys on Linux? I don't know what that means. I have a mouse. What does mouse keys mean? I don't know things. How does a computer work? Or do you mean like buttons on the side of my physical mouse that aren't left mouse, right mouse, middle mouse, up mouse, down mouse, charming mouse? What other mice are there? I should know this, I'm a Tumblr user. Girl mouse. You understand? No, I'm truly sorry. I don't know what mouse keys refers to. Feature that can simulate the mouse using the keyboard. There's probably a package that does that. One of the features being a button that holds the mouse and a button that releases it? Well, what would I do with that? Damn it. That charger's also taking overkill. But the thing is, like, I guess I could just program that in input remapper, huh? Maybe that'd be... Yeah, I suppose that would kind of do the job. But, oh god, I really never considered that, huh? No, I think I know why I didn't. Because whenever I enable or disable a macro in input remapper, like during live gameplay, there's a brief freeze. I had this happen before. Actually, no, I don't think it did happen when I was doing the Sparkthorns macro. This is just something that came up when I did a button hold macro for my regular quick play limbo optimization. Huh. I guess that might have worked. But the foot pedal is the more fun answer anyway. God, I feel so stupid now for just not considering that at all, ever. I think the charger took damage. Ow. Okay, that's good. If the large maw ignites, that means it worked. Because I think they only ignite after taking 40% damage, and the half charge is like almost exactly 40%. Ow. Charges ignite at 25%. Huh. Do I have to calculate alternate kills for the chargers as well? Am I really gonna do that? I might. I might do that, because it'd be very useful to know. Technically for smalls as well, but I'm not gonna worry about smalls. They're no biggie. I don't know if that was good or not. No! It's bad! I don't want that to happen. You know, maybe just seeing the large maw ignite isn't enough to confirm that it worked. Okay, I don't know what the hell is happening here. Yeah, figured as much. Endless has the new luck scaling system. What's the new luck scaling system? How will this affect the trout population? I think that one got hit. No? Yeah, it did. Yeah, 39% wonderful power chance at stage 150. Up from 27% at 33. Is there a documented reason for this change? Or is it just because Virals felt like it? What? You don't know why. Fascinating stuff. Surely, I can expect a huge new burgeoning, dare I say blossoming community of endless runners, all competing for the I was gonna say something about length and girth, but maybe I shouldn't. Size gap, but it's the length of an endless run. Alternatively, some inappropriate joke about lasting longer. Terror also keeps scaling up to stage 100. When did it stop scaling before? At like 25? Oh shit. Oh, you're gonna make me play more Terra, huh? Well, first Die Scrambler. After this, yeah, sure, I'll play more Terra. Not like I've got anything else to do. Is this gonna work? Oh wow, those are actually close enough. Ah, shit. I'm just missing half my shots now. Randy, I've been meaning to ask you something. It's very banal. But did you, like, accidentally click the follow button at one point 2 weeks ago? Which UI was fucking you? Many such cases. Why did I do that? That was not the way to deal with the charger. This isn't working. Oh, hey. Right laser. Aye, okay. That was pretty bad. I gotta focus at long range. That's not long range. Or that's... No, that is long range. I could have just left that. Let that one leave, rather. Could have left that one by the curb. Come on. What? Wow! I missed a bullet there. Backed up into it. This is the scariest that the small mods have ever been. I gotta stop rapid swapping like that. Ah, fuck. Things were already spawning. I was always too late. What? This is weird. I actually want the maws to, or want the small maws to spawn in front of the large maws. No! What? Wait, how did that one take extra damage? That one too. I totally hit that charger. Ah, this is tough. This is really tough. It's a lot more tough than I thought. And I thought it was tough. No, I actually thought it was easy. For a brief period of time, I did think this was going to be easy. I thought about doing this while manually holding down charge. I gotta stop doing that when the charger is about to spawn. And I also need to actually like try and remember when the charger spawns. Shouldn't have dodged out of the way. No! I knew that when we got it. Like right as it appeared, I was like, yep, that one took damage. If only there was a way to incorporate fear sense into this build. That would really elevate this. But I don't think it's possible this time. We'll be going back to the depths of hell. Well, I hope you make it out alive. Juggling act. Look, they call me the Joker for a reason. Hell is designed to make you not die in it? That's good. I'm glad to hear it. No! I missed one bullet. Hold on. Maybe I can correct that mistake. If I do it just right and release my foot. Okay, well that's not gonna work. Actually, that could have still worked. Maybe. Oh, come on. All of them at the top, really? Ow! Oh, that was overkill. I hate it here. Hit the charger again as well. This is so wacky. What a unique fight. I mean, obviously it's a unique fight, but it's so unique. In such a unique way. Okay, I did not need to move further right there. Ow! I should also check if there's any way that the small maws can die to burning health and have it be fine. What? How is... What, so that's a third of the required damage? Hold on. I forget how much damage they take from ticks. Does it say it here? No. Because it might be 1/30th each tick. Which would mean that like dealing a third of its health doesn't throw off the overkill. But I just don't have any confidence that that's true. I don't know if that's in the database either. I don't think it is. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, it sure isn't. I think it's 1/30th though. So that would mean that well, no, because dealing 1/3 of its health wouldn't ignite it. Dealing 2/3 of it, 2/3 of its health would. But that would require hitting 4 of the weaker parts of the charge shot, which is hard to control. Though I guess, wait a minute. Wait, if it's 1/30th, and each of the weak parts of the charge deals 1/6 of its health, which is what they do, then that doesn't overkill whichever way you slice it. Wait a minute. Let's look at alternate ways to deal with the large maw then. Because obviously the full charge works, and half of the charge works. What if we do other increments. So the full charge is 80%. The half charge is about 40% of his HP. So a quarter charge would be about 20%, and a quarter charge is like the last volley of charges. The second or third volley would be a quarter. So each individual one of those big bullets is 1/12. And that doesn't work. That's so useful though. I can just let the maws ignite. If a small maw ever ignites, it's getting killed cleanly. That's extremely practical. So then I just need to worry about the large maws, which I've already established are a lot easier. Oh. And I mean, the chargers are still their own can of worms, and then phase 2 is its own can of worms. But, So what would be like a backup strat if I end up hitting a large maw with a third of a charge? So 4 of the weaker bullets. What's the backup? Is there a backup? Can there be a backup? Can't do a full charge, obviously. Regular bullets aren't gonna do anything. Not that I can even easily fire them. Well, I guess technically I can unpause. Or pause and unpause to charge cancel. Give me a moment. Trying to figure out if I can use regular bullets to make that work. But it's not looking like it. Wait, I've been... Hold on, hold on. I'm doing my math wrong. Okay, I found my math again. It's not looking good. Yeah, I'm not seeing a backup. Nope. Nope. And now the number of regular shots just gets so high that there's no way that's happening. So don't deal the wrong amount of damage to the large maw. Should be easy, right? Should be really easy. I also don't remember if I'm even correct with the 1/30th thing, or if it was 1/25th. I guess we can check this by putting on Fear Sense, I think. Three point oh, 3.0, 3.0. 3.0. And they have 210 HP. What? But that's 70. That's 1/70th. Oh. Okay, I don't know what kind of math I was cooking then. Hold on. Let's also check the other two types real quick. Five point three. So that's 1/100th. Which I guess means that the large maws actually work better? I... 7.9. How much fear do they have again? 1,000 something? 1,263. That's 1/160th. Let me also check how, like, what the interval of the ticks is. Because I don't know it. I still couldn't tell. Is it just 2 ticks per second? That doesn't sound right. But I guess it is. Okay, so I was completely off base about the burning health on the small maws being fine. However, I think I underestimated the possibility of destroying a small maw with the second half of a charge before it takes a burning tick. And I'm probably just gonna have to go for that in runs and hope it works. What does that mean for the large maws? So if the full charge is 80% of its sphere, half a charge is 40% of its sphere. But it's 6 parts, so you can only divide it in half. Yeah. I guess you can divide it in half again, with a quarter of the full charge being 20% of its sphere. Oh, this fight is whack. I'm not sure I have enough power to keep going today. This has been exhausting. Like, I'm seeing so much new stuff. Learning a new fight is hard, so I think I'm just gonna head out. Even though I've not been live for that long. I also had to get up early today, and I have to get up early tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and rest up. Stay hydrated. Have a snack if you haven't. I'll probably stream some more tomorrow. Although I might. I also might not. I'll see how I feel. Probably not gonna do another endless stress run. But apparently if Terra is buffed now, that's gonna be a thing. So yeah. See ya.